Holy shit, I got some shit for you. Now, if you're looking at the screen right now, this is a message, an old message from Keemstar, an old tweet from Keemstar, quote tweeting Adam, or SkyDoesMinecraft, and it says, at Bashur, and that's all I need, Brandon. You're fucking lying. You sat on my back porch and confessed to relations with a 13-year-old. Keemstar responds and says, what Bash said in his video is another lie. Now, why is this being brought up? Because if you guys haven't been watching what has been going on, what has been transpiring on Twitter for the last, I want to say, 15 hours or so, give or take, you'll notice that Ethan Klein has been trying to get shit out of Adam, SkyDoesMinecraft. It says, hey Adam, I'm curious if you ever correct the record on this claim, referring to the back porch confessing relations to a 13-year-old from 5 years ago. Again, this is another Ethan Klein trope where he's going to try and take more out of context clips and screenshots and shit and to use that to go after Keemstar and another video, another shitty video, mind you. We continue onward, and Adam says, ages ago, try again. So already he's pissed off. Oh, okay, I couldn't find it. I'm not trying to start anything. Yes, you are. This has been your absolute gigantic intention this entire time. Was just curious. From what I can tell, this is where the rumor began, and a lot of people still think he's a pedophile based on this comment. I really want you to make this mistake continue. Ethan Klein, would you mind showing me where you corrected this record? Can't find it, thank you. Nope. Because I'm not going to let you use 5-year-old drama to bring back issues that cause both me and Brandon mental health problems for your 5 seconds of internet clout. Watch GamerFromMars's, which we'll bring up here in a little bit, because he also kind of got involved, along with Unwind just a little bit. He chimed in, it was funny, along with Nick Diorio. And Colossus is crazy. It gets better, hold on. And you'd understand the rumor, never started for me, but another YouTuber, get a hobby. I've seen this video. I find his narrative a little questionable since him and Keemstar are friends. But it's fine. I'll try to piece things together. Thank you. Sorry, did not intend to upset. Just genuinely curious. Best of luck. Now at this point, this is when GamerFromMars's actually popped in. The GamerFromMars's art responds to Ethan by showing this screenshot and says, it looks like H3H3 Productions is saying that my Bashur documentary, which me and my team put hundreds of hours into, is questionable. A month back, when I offered to get on a call with Ethan to clear up some false information, he said he wasn't getting involved. Yet he wanted to get involved because it had to do with Keemstar. That's the only thing. Then it says, he is now getting into a fight on Twitter with @NetNoteBuddy that I could have cleared up with him, including proof, in a few minutes. Also, my relationship with Keemstar is that I've talked with him a few times over the years, and I hung out with him at Playlist Live. I'm still willing to talk to H3H3 Productions to clear up any confusion. My DMs are open. Also, the second part of the Bashur's documentary is coming up soon that will clear up a lot of information not discussed in part 1. So we're going to have a second part of the Bashur's documentary, which is amazing because the first one was amazing. I loved that first one. That first one was so fucking good. So I am so happy to hear that there's going to be a new one coming out discussing Ethan's bullshit with Art and Adam and Bashur. It's gonna be fucking mental. So Art also responded to what Adam and Ethan were saying. Says, Ethan, as I have said before, if you want to know more about the Bashur case, my door is always open. I'm working on part 2 to my documentary right now, and your claims are a bit misguided. And as you notice, nobody has said anything. Very suspect. Very suspect. Now, if we continue going on, Adam says, thanks for taking it upon yourself, especially after clearly knowing nothing about it. Definitely not an Etika move again, sticking your ego in where it doesn't belong. Now, if you guys don't remember the very first video that Ethan made on Keemstar, there was a good chunk in the middle of the video that was really shitty. And he was basically saying how Etika, and he was bringing an Etika in as a way for Keem to get shit on. Basically saying that he basically used Etika to further shit on Keemstar, which is fucking retarded and should not happen. You're definitely right. I don't know enough about it. It's pretty difficult to untangle everything in that story. That's why I'm asking, trying to figure it out. No worries, thanks again. Now, my question is, Ethan, if you think that the GamerFromMars's video was so short-sighted, why did you not just talk things over with GamerFromMars? I don't think Art would have said no. I think he would have been like, yeah, let's talk. I don't know why in the hell you didn't want to clear the air, but whatever. Maybe figure out your own story before working on others. Food for thought. Okay. I'll think about that. Thanks again. One more thing. When speaking about narratives, I will ask, how come you use my debate with Keemstar about mental health on Twitter that we resolved as primary data for narrative building in your videos? That was a question aching for some time as a person involved. Sure, it shows power of disregarding mental health, regardless of the resolution you guys have between each other. Cheers. He's trying to get away. He keeps trying to get away, and Adam just keeps pulling him back in. Because you know that Adam caught him in a web of lies, and he wants to keep pulling him back in, even though Ethan does not want to get pulled back in. He keeps wanting to leave the conversation. He keeps wanting to leave the conversation because he knows he fucked up. He knows that, but he keeps yanking it in to make his own web of whatever, to cut different things, to put in order to make it so Ethan can spread his false narrative. That's what he's doing. What about you, disregarding Etika's family and loved ones' mental health? What about mine is using my story and ghosting me completely? What about Brandon's by bringing up unfinished, while you're having trouble solving it, drama? Do you see the pattern? I wish you would. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't understand the question. Of course he does understand the question, because the question was too smart for him. I know, LOL. This makes me sad, Ethan. Even if I don't show it as sadness. You are seeing the damage you're inadvertently causing to those who lived the lives you're constantly bringing up. Because you don't live in it personally. You're callous as well. You need to stop, please. I think you could probably do more to help Bashur out if you are worried about the negative effects of all this drama. Just my 2 cents. He lost literally everything. Still, I am sorry about the rough time you're going through. The internet is cruel. Best of luck. Now, Colossaurus Crazy hops in and says this. Many people felt sorry for Bashurverse. When they saw his breakdown, he then reacted to it, eating popcorn and laughing at it. The opinion changed. Everybody felt sorry for him again when his then girlfriend, now an actual cam girl, and he's referring to Clara Baby Legs, threw him under the bus for money. He then forgave her, the condition of which was to tase her with 18 million volts. During this video, they somehow cited an ectopic pregnancy as part of the defense of her. He then tases himself in the dick and says we're never having kids. It's not like most people were not sympathetic to some of the things that were happening to Bashur 4 to 5 years ago. But every time they were, he'd end up doing something that voided that sympathy. In my opinion, he simply cried wolf one too many times to ever be considered a victim. And then we got Bashur hopping in on this whatever the fuck. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Says, let me talk about this for a second. At the time, tasing was a trend. It was. I didn't think it was, but whatever. My girlfriend at the time was trying to get back into a positive light with my viewers so we could continue forward in life. The stunt was suggested to us by other people, the people who filmed the video. If you notice, the video is of a different quality and filmed in a location that you never see again. My girlfriend had felt a taser before, and she agreed with them that it would be a stunt that would probably do well and fix things. She said it doesn't even hurt on the lowest settings. At the time, we both were mentally exhausted from what was going on too, and didn't really think about how it could honestly look. That was a major mistake on both of our parts, but we were desperate to fix things as quickly as possible. It's a video I shouldn't have made. I 100% agree. The reason we brought up the economic pregnancy in that specific video was because Keemstar had sent me a DM earlier that day asking if we really had a miscarriage and was going to report on it. I didn't want someone reporting on our personal life like that. Well, maybe don't put it out in the world for everyone to see then, you dummy. I don't even know how he got the information, but we wanted to bring it up before he did because we were afraid of it being twisted into something. And honestly, it was extremely personal. We both were robbed our grieving time for that because we were first to talk about it as soon as possible, which we never got back. The video was a mistake. I shouldn't have happened. She was not hurt. I was not hurt. And we were listening to the advice of people around us because at the time, we didn't know what to do to fix our lives while we were in very vulnerable mental states. So that's what he says. Colossal is crazy. And many of those were mistakes, therefore, consequently, understanding why you could no longer be taken seriously. Therefore, appreciating why many weren't sympathetic after you made them and potentially shouldn't be today. If that's what you're saying here, then okay. We go back to Ethan. It says, I totally understand where you're coming from. I think just to give Bash the benefit of the doubt, he was probably just in a really fucking wild place. I watched your vid on him, and I think it was totally fairly made on some wild behavior. I see where both of you guys are coming from. I believe this was on Colossus is crazy. Yes, Colossus is crazy. Imagine what happened off camera. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, you mean like the time you got a ton of YouTubers to gather at your house and you all decided to call me over the phone to attack me one by one, passing the phone around each other, attacking me for absolute bullshit. Oh man, if only everyone knew the stuff you did off camera. No more like the time at the first time I met you IRL. You groped your ex's boobs in the Uber at me. Like, I don't even know this lady. Step the fuck back, Brandon. What the fuck? I wouldn't do shit like that. Are you insane? You're seriously gonna say stuff like this? I just said something that other YouTubers can back up. What you just said is an outright absolute bullshit lie. Gonna spend more bullshit even at this point. Let's go. I feel like I missed something up here. But, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. No? Looks like maybe I did. I don't know. I looked through this before, but... it says... Another long-ass tweet from fucking Bashurverse. It says, also on the topic of me reacting to my own breakdown, this was the hardest video I've ever had to make, and I felt like I had to make it to move on in life. I was going to commit suicide after that video was made, and I was lucky that my girlfriend stopped me. We deleted the video, but it was too late, and it started to become a meme. Lots of people were making remixes of it, and it was used as a weapon against me over and over again. I didn't know what to do. At the time, I was having mental breakdowns frequently. I couldn't handle my life. Someone suggested maybe I could do a self-deprecating humor, make it funny instead of sad, laugh at myself, say all the horrible shit about it that I constantly heard, while eating popcorn mocking Keemstar, so that no one could make fun of it anymore because I had. Looking back, it doesn't make much sense. My mental state was extremely bad, and that also was a mistake that shouldn't have happened. I made a lot of mistakes back then. I really wasn't in the best shape. I was listening to literally anyone with a suggestion because I had no idea what to do. That's why my channel got really weird. I was in a dark place mentally, and I wasn't running the show anymore. I regret a lot of the videos I made then, but I was extremely ill. Here's a video from Adam?
But, Alright, well, I'm gonna just calmly respond to you calling me a liar with, I'm willing to take a lie detector test for it. Do I care? No. This is 5-year-old drama, Brandon. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but, okay. To your second point, dude, I'm sure you could. Like, I'm not even gonna, like, sit here in front or pretend. Like, I'm sure you could find calls of me sitting here and talking about you for days. Like, you were a topical piece of conversation in my life at one point because you were my friend, and a lot was happening. So I'm sure you could, and I'm sure I had opinions. But does that mean that I probably? I mean, yeah, no, I probably had opinions, dude. But that's 5 years ago. So at the end of the day, you can attack me every day for something that happened 5 years ago, but you're gonna be the one who's stuck in the past, not me. So, with that being said, Brandon, what happened to you is a tragedy, truly. Do I want any part of that tragedy? No, not anymore. You shouldn't either, which is why I'm so confused on what you're doing. But, I know that you're, like, trying to clear your name and whatnot, but I feel like Gamer from Mars, like, already is doing that pretty well. Because from what I was told is you even took an interview for that. So I'm not quite sure what your motive is right now. And, like I said, it just looks like you're using this thing that happened that was on my page for 2 hours, by the way, the tweet, to attack my character 5 years later. I'm not quite sure why. Well, I mean, I think I know why, but I'm not going to assume. But I don't know, man. I'm not quite sure what you want, because if you wanted a name clearing thing, you could have just used all the tweets that I've already said to you today. But instead, you're just coming at me. And so, like, I'm not really interested in doing that. So let me know what you actually want.
So after that, Bashur, oh God, Bashur finally DM'd Adam. Thank fucking Christ. But that was just 4 minutes ago. 54 minutes ago was this long fucking thing that he put up. Bashur did. How are you so oblivious to the part you played in the downward spiral of my life? You treated millions of people with the most heinous lie that started the destruction of my career and mental stability. 5-year-old drama for you is an everyday struggle for me. Every day. It's a messed up reality when someone can claim something so messed up in front of millions of people, get it so wrong, and then nothing happens to that person. While the person who was attacked loses everything. While you move on, I suffer endlessly, day in, day out. Try to kill myself on multiple occasions because of this. Do you think I haven't been approached by many YouTubers telling me that you would blacklist them if they ever talked to me? You didn't just make that tweet. You played an active role in trying to destroy everything. Getting angry at people for even talking to me, not just people, but industry people. You think you're off the hook because what you did was 5 years ago? No, screw that. You don't do something that like that to someone and just skip along in life because time passes. You actively hurt people. You threatened careers, and you were a major part of why mine was screwed. Keemstar ran with that story because a major YouTube celebrity who knew me backed it up. You had power, and you abused it, and this isn't going away. I'm fighting for my life and name, while you just dealing with old drama. Now, Bashur actually posted this the 22nd at 2:38 my time. Starting to realize I was falsely accused by so many because I was surrounded by absolute scumbags. I wonder how many were trying to cover up their own messed up actions by throwing me under a fake bus. So everyone would think they're heroes, so they're never accused. Hate reality. I lost nearly everything because of what happened to me. And it wasn't even true. If these scumbags who actually did do stuff didn't lose everything, then fuck this reality, man. I'm sorry, very triggered right now. It's all about damn time. Can I just say this? I'm in Australia right now. Australia does a full criminal background check and doesn't let scum into the amazing country. Put two and two together, use your brain, and start believing bullshit, quote, news channels. I hope the real scum rot. So triggered. I'm going to push myself to make a video on this finally. I have to get a hold of my hard drive in America that has every tweet he ever made towards me. I recorded every Periscope he did live, downloaded every video. Once I get it, I can fight. I'm going to take my life back. I know this is weird and confusing to new followers. If you look at my follower count and my YouTube subscribers, I was a content creator once. I was falsely accused of something horrendous that utterly destroyed my life. I've just let it decimate everything until now. Done. And now Ethan Klein comes back in and says, "Good luck, Bashur. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what you have to say about all this. It's just so sad that someone can straight up lie about you sleeping with a 13-year-old. They don't change the story, but so many people just remember 13. I hope it clears your name." The main people who did this to me: Jobless Garrett started the lie. Net Nobody, SkyDoesMinecraft, amplified the lie. Keemstar harassed, manipulated, amplified the lie times 100. My life is still in shambles after 5 years. Nothing has been fixed. I have a lot more to say. A lot of YouTubers jumped on the bandwagon to attack me during that time as well. I'll be talking about them too. And then Net Nobody comes in and says, "I'm not doing this again, so I don't have anything to say personally. Best of luck with whatever you needed to do." And they put up a couple of out of context tweets. First one says, "Just finished talking to Bashurverse on the phone, settled a lot of stuff, learned a lot of stuff. I think we can both agree. This is very silly." Those are both from Adam. Bashur says, "What exactly did we settle? What is the public apology for you tweeting these allegations? And even then, you thought the whole thing was silly. Dude, how is any of this silly? You're doing this again. Nothing has been fixed. You destroyed my life with no public apology." Okay, I'll jump for you one last time for old time's sake.
That's what I thought it was for. All right, I'm going to just respond to this calmly. So, first thing, I do believe that the call was to settle beef. That's what I thought it was for. I thought the call was to settle beef because that's how it ended. Moving on to the next thing. I'm not going to jump every time you tell me to fucking jump, Brandon. Like, I've already apologized. I've already apologized publicly. I don't understand like why this is happening. As for it being silly, I think it is silly because, like, one, this is 5-year-old drama from a tweet that that lasted 2 hours on my Twitter before it was taken down. And two, I think it's silly because me and you are fighting on behalf of other people when we already resolved it. Like, you forgive me and then you don't forgive me, and then you forgive me and then you don't forgive me. And then you threaten me sometimes behind the scenes. But that's a different story. Like, I forgive you and I'm sorry again. All right.
Another long-ass message. Here we go. "Excuse me? I haven't talked to you in 4 years. I vanished from the internet. I'm not gonna jump every time you tell me to fucking jump. Show me. Show me where I've asked you to jump. Last call we had was you saying Jobless Garrett and Keemstar are the ones I should be attacking, and that was like 4 years ago. That's literally it. We settled nothing. This is silly because it's 5-year-old drama that you helped create that destroyed my life. I've already apologized publicly. Where? Show me. You forgive me, and then you don't forgive me, and then you forgive me. Man, I don't know what reality you're living in, but I never once forgiven you. You think it's silly how my life has been since this started. It's a joke to you. Then you threaten me sometimes behind the scenes. Oh, do I? Show me. I haven't talked to you in 4 years. That's a different story. Let's start that story. Let's hear it. I forgive you, and I'm sorry again. I forgive you. What the fuck? What are you forgiving me for exactly?
Okay, so yes, we haven't talked in 4 years, but the concept of every time, because every time we talk, it's you asking me to jump. You basically saying, apologize for all of this shit that happened to me. Like, apologize for ruining my life. When I didn't ruin your life, Brandon, I posted a tweet that I deleted 2 hours later, and so, like, I don't understand, like, how I ruined your life. I'm not the one who started the rumor, and the patio confrontation thing I talked about on GamerFromMars's new video, so I guess we'll just let that come out for it. As for the, I've already apologized publicly. I will show you, and I already did again in this thread, but I will show you. I will show you the tweet of you accepting my apology publicly as well. So, with that said, I think it's silly how my life has been since. I do not think it's silly. Like, I think that the concept that Ethan Klein and Keemstar are peddling this narrative is funny. I think it's silly. I think it's ridiculous. Like, this has been 5 years. Like, how fucking long has it been? It's been a really long time. So the fact that, you know, our conversations in the past have been ones where, you know, we've squashed beef, to just reopen it just because, you know, these two YouTube celebrities want you to, I think it's silly. As for the I forgive you. Oh, wait, well, hold on. I haven't talked to you in 4 years, but that's a different story. Let's hear the story. Okay, well, you threatened to sue me multiple times. And so I was like, well, you know, I have a business, I have a child, I can't deal with this. So you actually pushed me away. And then the I forgive you and I'm sorry again. Oh, I forgive you because you're bringing me into drama again. But, you know, I understand. Like, I get it. But I don't. But I do. But I don't. Anyway, I don't really want to do this anymore, so I'll leave it at this.
And then Bashur says, I made a lot of amazing friends lately, especially on Twitch. I'm the happiest I've been in years thanks to them. I'm sorry that this might be triggering for a lot to see. I've just been inspired by those speaking up, and I want to get all this off my chest so I can move forward. He's basically doing this to get clout, to have him get raised back up again. In response to what GamerFromMars's said up here, Ethan responds and says, Hi Art, Keemstar tweeted a DM of you guys talking, which led me to believe you are friends with him. Something I believe you should disclose when making a video so internally about him. You clearly put were a lot into that documentary though, and I enjoyed it a lot. Even though you literally said that you didn't particularly care for it much. Liar. He also talked to Brandon, just as you stated you knew with me via DMs. Everybody's frozen to DMs. Please stop. LOL. There's a lot of other shit within this, and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to read over every single tweet. Then I'll fucking become Bo Blacks. But here's my main thing. I love Bo Blacks. So if you ever come across this video, I love you, Bo Blacks. But that's besides the point. Anyway, here's the thing with this entire drama. In my opinion, it's just Ethan trying to build up more drama against Keemstar, and then Art and Adam and Bashur got swept into it. Bashur wants to get big again because he was huge. He wants to get big again. Adam basically was defending both Bashur and Keem. Colossal comes in, says his piece. We had Nick Diorio and Net Nobody, and all the other guys come in, and I'm sorry. And all the other guys come in, they're all talking shit to Ethan, and Pescator comes in, and it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. All it is Ethan is trying to throw more shit at Keemstar, and basically for Adam and Bashur and Bashur and Brandon and Adam to get more clout. I'm just glad Art's getting more views because that documentary was great, and I am so looking forward to the second part. That's it for this long ass fucking video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.